after the worst disaster Nepal has seen in nearly a century.
18 counties in southeast Texas are declared a disaster area.
Well, it was absolutely unlike anything I've ever experienced before.
The impact wiped away history in a matter of minutes.
The plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
Waves up to 10 meters high engulf the coasts of many countries.
The mangled remains of Anja, a town until last Friday, now a mass grave.
Hurricane Irma is expected to grow again on its final approach.
In southern India, 3,000 people, mostly fishermen, are reported dead.
Disasters, both natural and man-made, occur unexpectedly. But throughout all of these events, the one constant has been the Share and Care Foundation. Our mission is to create opportunities for marginalized and economically challenged people in India and all over the world. For 35 years, we have remained one of the first organizations on the scene of a disaster to aid those in need. And while we focus at first on immediate relief such as food, shelter, and clothing, our strategy also includes long-term rehabilitation, such as rebuilding schools and community centers to provide stability. To our knowledge, the Share and Care was the first to distribute fresh drinking water and masks to the volunteers and firefighters at the World Trade Center on 9/11. We also helped 15 families with immediate financial help. During the Kutch earthquake, we sent almost 50 containers of emergency supplies and contributed over $5 million in cash and kind. In the aftermath of the earthquake, we stabilized 3,000 families, started tent schools, and implemented 15 different vocational training programs to help rehabilitate families. On a long-term basis, we successfully built homes and a school campus. The 2004 tsunami affected the coasts of India and Sri Lanka. Share and Care responded by giving over 2,000 families immediate help, creating shelters, and providing modes of livelihoods for those affected.
Now, Eyewitness News at 5.
And someone else is also trying to help in this effort. A local doctor is traveling to India tonight to help coordinate relief efforts. She worked for the Share and Care Foundation.
That's where my heart is, and that gives me satisfaction to help such people. And when there is a disaster on the other part of the world, I feel like patients here can do without me for a few days, but there I can be of much more help.
And Dr. Shah will be meeting with political leaders and movie stars over in India to encourage them to be part of the relief effort. And once she returns home in a couple of weeks, she will have firsthand knowledge of the disaster, and she will be able to talk to her colleagues about what we can do here to help the victims over there. Live in Paramus, New Jersey, Anthony Johnson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And Eyewitness News viewers being extraordinarily generous, helping Dr. Shah's charity raise more than $100,000 now in the last few days after watching her stories.
In total, our contributions reached $350,000. When Hurricane Sandy hit the New Jersey, New York area in 2012, we sent our youth volunteers with cleaning materials to clean homes in Staten Island, and also participated in the ambulance program of Hoboken. Most recently, Share and Care has been active in the Gujarat flooding and Hurricanes Harvey and Irma, which have devastated the southern and eastern coasts of the United States. We are in the process of formulating programs to help out in any way we can. Since 1982, we have raised $72 million and touched over 5 million lives working with more than 400 other NGOs. Besides helping in disaster relief, we also have continued our 5 signature projects. Sanitation and hygiene. The Nirmal Village program. When Share and Care heard that over 45% of all open defecation in the world happens in India, we responded by building 700 toilets within the past year. Our future plan is to build an additional 1,000. Women empowerment. After learning that India was the 4th worst country in the world for women's security, we undertook an in-depth study and found that 15 different forms of abuse are prevalent on women. As a result, we designed a program that focuses on 4 key components. Number 1, livelihood with an added feature of teaching women banking and financial control, etc. Number 2, self-defense, which teaches young women how to deter physical attacks. 3, gender equity and equality training. 4, advocating leadership and character building skills. Healthcare to unreached. Once it was revealed that India has one of the highest records of infant and maternal mortality rates in the world, we identified the belt of the country where this occurs most frequently. We then created programs that provide vaccinations and rehabilitation facilities for mothers and newborn infants to reduce infant and maternal mortality rates. Educate to graduate. We are working to make college education a reality for underprivileged yet brilliant young scholars by awarding loans and scholarships of up to $1,000 a year for 4 years. Since 2006, 1,363 students have enrolled and 600 have graduated. 77% are now employed with competitive salaries. Educate to success. Over 40% of students in India drop out before 8th grade. We are supporting 666 disadvantaged students in the remote villages of Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh to stay in school. Share and Care is a unique organization because our volunteers are professionals from various fields. We are financially responsible and transparent, operating with low overhead costs and striving to achieve the maximum yield on your investments. We use a holistic approach by partnering with local NGOs who can assure our programs will be effective. Our research and reporting methods guarantee that our programs have significant impact with measurable results. We are trustworthy and recognizable, being one of only a few foundations in the USA recognized under the Indo-US Bilateral Agreement.
शेयर करें हम